Hello guys, this is Angryverse042 here, back with another Roblox related video, talking about events again, because there is a particular event that would have been much different, and if you haven't watched the first video about what happened to Roblox events, I highly recommend you do so, because we're talking about what could have been the 9th Bloxy Awards, but instead turned into the Roblox Innovation Awards with the rebrand. Now, Event Leakers has dropped more information. So here is content that was going to be used for eventually what could have been the 9th Bloxy Awards, really. You know, the villain of the infamous hacker of 1x1x1x1. This person has dropped an entire Rastapasta who's been there for the events for like a good few years. Had some concepts. This is one of them. I don't know if there's any more in here, but okay. Yeah, this person has, she has dropped what could have been the 9th Bloxy Awards or something. But then, I don't think that's all. Remember the real buddy from like the first video? Yeah. He also dropped an animation test for Shade Party from the 8th Bloxy Awards, which, could have been used for the next Bloxy. And then there's those two images, which could have been a part of an intro sequence. He said there was a massive story already mastered for part 2, which would have been basically the 9th Bloxy Awards, which I said about it basically being a possible lost event in one sense or another. Now, he said in May 2021, I may had bigger plans for Bloxys, perhaps even a 2-show story arc. That was like in 2021 before they abruptly rebranded the awards, which killed any and all possibility of this even happening. This in the intro says a lot. And then, some of the same here. And then, the original shards of the Imagination Core, which is also presented here. That was going to be used for like the 8th Bloxy, but it kind of got simplified to what was intended with the badge here and whatnot. However, he also has provided a video, which I don't know if the sound is going to work entirely. But yeah. See this? Hold on. Same villain. Storyline was that this evil guy, 1x1x1, has basically caused the depletion of the Imagination Core, where it turns out The J Party didn't even know where it was at. And that was the driving force for part 1, which, you know, that's gonna be, that was a Bloxy Award. But originally, it would have included a sequence, a showcase of breaking and entering into the research lab and obtaining this imagination core, if I can even show you guys again. You know, that was some serious stuff, honestly. And the fact that an entire event was thrown aside, all for the sake of what now? Corporate greed just says a lot. This here, and which is essentially lost media for some reason, although it's still on Twitter, I guess. In part 2 of the 2-story sequence, the 8th Bloxys is like part 1. There was part 2 was basically upended, and the director, who again is the real buddy, has yet to honestly reveal the storyboard content for part 2 that was set aside basically when he meant by bigger plans for the Bloxys, because the 2 show story arc, suggesting a possible part 2. And the fact that this never happened was probably the greatest travesty and tragedy of event history at that point, other than possibly killing Egg Hunts entirely at that point. And, you know, the villain J Party fights, there was going to be a fight sequence between the 2 regarding the research lab. The whole details of it has not quite been revealed yet, but that would, having that as the introduction to like an award ceremony would be one heck of an entertainment sequence that I'm not sure anything would have beaten, honestly. And it's unfortunate that it never happened. So yeah, that, I guess that is, hold on, let me see if there's more. Ah yes, there, I don't know if you can hear this, but there's Jay Purchase standing in front of in the front of the research lab, and then, ah yes, that freaking metaverse, swear to goodness, that's just, you know, the whole metaverse thing was just silly, I'm not gonna lie. And yes, that 1x1x1x1 was here thing came from this video that he provided to me about this. And again, like, you know, the fact that the 2022 award ceremony could have been the 9th annual Bloxys with a possible fight and all that other or something, or a fight in the 8th Bloxys, and then have something carry on to the 9th, whatever that is. Like you can start speculating at this point what could have been in this event. Like, I don't know, it could have been another fight, I guess. But yeah, that's all I have for this video regarding what could have been the 9th Bloxy Awards, but instead it led to a rebrand that possibly killed any opportunity for what could have been the greatest award show in modern Roblox history, at least. So if you guys like my rough, patchy, if not patchy, then decent analysis about this, like and subscribe and turn on notifications for more Roblox content in the future. Let me know what I should even make a video on as well at this point, because I have no idea. And that's all I have. I'll see you guys later.